we're getting probably 3 to 6 leads a day
A
for
day.
buyers. Yeah, a day. It's insane, Roger. I'm telling you, like it's insane.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Reamp Your Business. I am your host, Roger, and I'm with the one and only Lora Karacic. And she is a realtor in the Dallas, Texas area, and she primarily focuses on helping clients relocate to Texas. And she also specializes in a lot of new construction, but also works with previously established homes. How are you, Laura?
Roger, thank you so much for having me, man. I am so excited to talk about real estate with you today. I live, breathe, and eat real estate. I'm doing very well, super busy. So I'm just glad that I got the chance to sit down with you, talk about real estate, shoot the shit, and just kind of, get to know each other a little bit.
Yeah. I'm definitely down. So, I just glad I wanted to get to know about you a little bit and kind of your journey with real estate because I see that you're killing it right now on social media, and I kind of just wanted to get some more background. So, how did this whole thing, like, how did you get started? Like, how did you become a realtor and why real estate?
Yeah, so I actually used to be a flight attendant for a huge airline before I started real estate. And what had happened was in 2020, COVID hit, and I was flying, I was living my best life, traveling a ton. And then COVID happened and everything got shut down, right? So COVID happens, and I get furloughed from my flight attendant job for 6 months. So if y'all don't know what furlough means, it means that they basically lay you off for a time period of you don't even know when they're going to call you back. But basically, they kind of like laid us off and said, well, we don't know when we're going to call you back. So I was like, well, I was living in Philadelphia at the time, and I was like, let me go to Texas. I had some inspiration to get my real estate license, and I was like, let me go to Texas, get my real estate license, and just see what happens. And then I got called back to flying, and then I stayed there for like about 6 months, but my business was just like picking up and snowballing. And I was just like, in 2021, that was the time that everything was just going crazy, right? With the housing market. And whenever a buyer says jump, you got to jump, right? So at that time, I was like, I can't fly anymore if I need to be here for my buyers, right? So my buyers would call me and they'd be like, hey, I want to go see this house. And I'm like, okay, well, we got to go see it today. But I can't do that if I'm flying, right? So then I finally left flying in September 2021. And then that's when business really picked up because that was all I could focus on, right? That's all I had at that point. It was just the business. I didn't have to fly anymore. I didn't have to travel anymore. So yeah, I kind of just picked up, and now I'm super, super busy. And that's basically kind of how I got into it. A lot of people who got furloughed from the airline, they were like, I'm going to go get my real estate license and see what happens. And a lot of people just went back to flying. Me, I just continued to focus on real estate.
Wow. Why do you think everyone kind of just shows real estate? Like,
I don't know, because it was like a work from home. Let me just see what I can do until the airlines call me back. Like a lot of airlines were letting go of people. It wasn't just my airline, right? So I think it was really interesting because a lot of people did it, but then they all just like went back to flying because that's what your passion is, right? But I quickly found out that my passion is selling real estate and helping people, find homes as opposed to traveling around the world, not being at home. I just really prefer to be at home with my dog.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you said you were in Philadelphia before
Yep.
and the
Yep.
move to Texas.
Yep. I literally was like, I'm going. I said, I'm going to Texas. I moved and I got my real estate license. And the whole time that I was furloughed, I was just studying for my real estate exam. And I was like, we're going to see what happens. I thought I would go back to flying forever, but obviously that's not the case. So
Wow. And how'd you choose like Texas? Like why'd you choose Texas to help do stuff in Texas?
honestly, I could go anywhere, right? So with my
Okay.
flying career, it was more so of like you could live anywhere in the world and you could still fly, you could commute, travel, to get to your home base. But something about Texas, like I fell in love with Texas when I was here for flight attendant training. So originally, my flight attendant training was here in Dallas, right? So I just fell in love with the city. I fell in love with the state. I fell in love with the area. And I was just like, I think Texas is for me. Plus, everything's bigger in Texas. So I'm really, really glad that I chose Texas because the market here is booming right now, like crazy. All of my clients are relocating from other states right now. It's insane.
That is true. That is true. I'm always looking at the videos, like it's so nice and then it's cheap. I'm like, ah,
I know everybody like Roger. I know you're in New York, and everybody in New York, California, Florida, Canada comment on my videos, and they're like, "This is so cheap. Why is this so cheap?" And I'm like, "To me, this is expensive. 1.5 million to me in Texas, that's expensive." So it's just so funny because you see both sides of it, right? Um, you see like the New Yorkers and the Canadians are all like in Toronto, they're like, oh my God, like you can get like 1,000 square feet for 1 million. And I'm like, you can get 4,000 square feet here, but for me, that's expensive. 1.5 million is pricey for me. For people who live in Texas, it's expensive, right? So, it just depends on where you come from, right?
yeah, wow, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, that's good. That's good so far. Texas, okay. So now about your social media, like you're one like the main person that I watch on Texas, like with the homes, with the showings. Um,
Yeah.
how'd you get started with like integrating that into like your strategy and talk a little more
Like
about
into
that.
my business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really interesting is my best friend and my business partner, his name is Zach Searsley. You probably know him. You've probably seen him on my Instagram, right? Originally, what he started doing was last summer, it was like in July when I went to Europe. I was there for 3 weeks. And he was just posting like consistently every single day, posting home tours, posting Instagram reels. And then while I went to Europe, he went from 8,000 followers to 22,000 followers on Instagram in 3 weeks of me being gone on my vacation. And his IG was just blowing up like crazy. He was getting mad leads. So many people were sending him messages like, hey, I want to move to Texas. Can you help me? And I was like, first of all, I was like, yo, I just went to Europe for 3 weeks. Did you buy your followers? Like, I straight up was like, yo, I do not believe you. You are buying your followers. I told him straight up. I was like, I don't believe this, right? So then he started getting like really, really busy. And I had told him, I was like, it's all about being consistent. Like for me, my Instagram was nowhere near where his was at that point, right? His just blew up. So I just told him, I was like, if you do the Instagram thing, like, I don't know if that's gonna work, but if it does, like you gotta be consistent. You gotta go all in, like every single day. You need to be posting, waking up every day, doing the thing, going and filming, right? And so I'm in Europe, right? He just blows up. So he gets really, really busy and he's like, hey, like, do you want to partner up as a team? And basically I'll handle both of our social medias. So that's what he's doing right now. He films and edits both of our videos. So he handles all of that, and I'm handling like the sales part, the phone calls, the talking to clients, making sure everybody's taken care of. And now we're growing our team because him and I can't handle it ourselves at this point. Like it's way too much.
Wow.
So yeah, so he basically took over my Instagram September 1st last year, 2022. And then, or yeah, 2022. So, yeah, 2022 July was when his went crazy, not 2021, my bad. So he took over my Instagram September 1st. I had 5,000 followers when he took over, and now I'm at, I think, like 22 or 23,000 followers. So in a matter of like 6 months of posting every single day, that's kind of, that consistency just helps you grow, right? So if there's one thing that I gotta say about business is you need to pick one thing that you want to do and you need to throw yourself in there, like all in, right? So if you're gonna be posting on Instagram and YouTube, you need to go all in. If you're gonna go knock on people's doors, you need to go all in. Whatever you decide to do, you have to be consistent and you have to go all in. Like there are no excuses for anybody. If you need to wake up earlier, wake up earlier. If you need to go to bed earlier, go to bed earlier. Like whatever you need to do to get it done, there is absolutely no excuse whenever you're your own business owner.
Wow. Wow. So you basically went to Europe, saw that he was doing the house tour, saw how well he was doing, and then you were like, you know what? I could do this too. Let me try it. And then now here you are.
Yep. And so his was just going crazy. Like when I first got access to his Instagram, like he gave me his login and he's like, hey, like I need your help. So when I first got access to his Instagram, I was like, Y'all, oh my God, like, this is insane. Like, he's not lying about this. Like, he's not buying his followers. There's nothing, like, there's no lies told here. Like, everything, I was just like, oh my God. So he was like behind on replying to people's messages, and it was just really hectic in his DMs, right? So then I was like, well, I need to start doing it. So I started doing it, but I don't really like the filming and editing part. I like working with people. I like talking to people a lot. So then we were like, okay, let's do this to where he gets to sit at home, he gets to edit, he gets to go out and film, he gets to do, that's like his number one passion. He loves working with people and he loves real estate, but he really loves filming and editing because he always has this vision as soon as he walks into a house, right? So then we were like, okay, let's have Zach do all of the social media for us, and then for me and for him, and then I'm going to handle the sales and make sure everybody's taken care of.
Wow, wow. So no paid ads, nothing.
We spend no money. The only money that we spend is on gas to go to the homes. Like literally, that's it. That's it. And Texas is huge. So we'll be driving around. Like I can fill up my tank, my full tank's like 420 miles. At the end of the day, I'll be at like 200. Like seriously, the DF Dub Metroplex is huge. And I always tell people that when they're moving here. I'm like, yo, this is not going to be like Jersey. This is not going to be like New York where everything is tight,
Yeah.
right? Is the DF Dub and this Metroplex is massive. So, like, it's not about traffic, it's about mileage. You're driving a lot and you're driving far because it's so big, but the traffic is not bad at all. It's amazing. Like, it's always moving. I came from a city originally, like St. Louis, where I was raised, where traffic would always be stopped during rush hour. Here, it's never stopped. Your wheels are always turning here. Although there's a lot of mileage to cover, it still takes you a little bit longer because of that, right? So yeah.
Okay, okay. So, you said that when you saw him and you saw there was like a whole bunch of leads coming in. You know, he was backed up on messages. What about you? Now that you started it, like, has it had an impact on your business? And have you kind of had the same thing or what? Like,
Yeah, so now we're getting like double the leads every day. So versus mine and like between mine and Zach's, we're getting probably 3 to 6 leads a day
a
for
day.
buyers. Yeah, a day. It's insane, Roger. I'm telling you, like it's insane. So I'm hitting that peak right now at the 22,000 mark where my DMs are going crazy right now. Like it's DM request, DM request, DM request. Like, and that was exactly when his was going crazy. Around the 20 to 22,000 followers, his leads just like skyrocketed. Like, if I pull up my analytics right now, the past 2 weeks, whenever I hit like that 15, 20,000 follower mark, it just went like boom, like that. It just shot up like the graph. Like you can literally see what's going on. It's going crazy. So yeah, he was getting probably like 1 to 2 leads a day on his. But yeah, now we're getting like 3 to 6 total between him and I. Mine is doing the crazy thing. He's at 108,000 followers right now. His has kind of slowed down, but mine is making up for it. So we're staying consistently busy. Like literally, it's very busy.
Wow. I mean, I think getting 1 to 2 leads a day is awesome still, right?
Oh, absolutely. Hell yeah. For one person alone, yes. For a team of now, there's 5 of us on the team right now. Me, Zach, Reese, Steven, and Kevin. Yeah, 5 of us on the team right now. Um, 3 to 6 leads. For me, I'm like, I got to get more leads. What can I do? What can I do? Like, I need more.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. So, yeah. So, could we talk a little bit more about well, you know, everyone has their own style, right? Of like different things that they do. Every realtor, they kind of just post like just listed, just sold. Some people do like the dances. Some people teach about real estate. And you with the house tours, do you plan on doing like anything else, or you want to just stick to what's, you know, is working, stuff like that? Like, talk a little more about that.
Yeah, so right now we're doing primarily home tours because everybody loves to see those. I think like when we do live videos, there's a lot of people who join that and they ask us questions like to learn more about real estate. So we really love doing that. We need to actually do that here soon. But we really do love doing those. And then on YouTube, we're gonna start expanding into like city tours. So there's like specific cities that people contact us about. Like Frisco is number one because they have the top rated schools here. Um, And then like Prosper and Salina are number 2 and number 3. So we're gonna start doing like city tours where we go get the drone, fly it out, show like some cool places to eat, cool places to shop, all of that good stuff, and then also talk about housing. So we're gonna start like incorporating that so people can learn a little bit more about the city and where they would want to live if they were to move here.
Why do you think that's kind of something you want to do? Like, why do you think that's kind of important to show people everywhere else and not, just like a house?
Yeah, so most of our clients are relocators, so people are always scrolling, right? The human brain, you lay in bed at night and you're scrolling. Like our peak message time is like midnight to 2 a.m. because people are just scrolling, right? Or watching YouTube. So for us, it's like people are moving here from other states and they've maybe only visited once or twice. They have friends and family here, but they're not necessarily that familiar with the areas. So they don't really know what they can go do, what there is to see, and the schools and, all of that stuff. So people aren't really familiar with it. And I think that's going to add a lot of value to people when they're scrolling and watching YouTube videos because they're going to be able to learn about the actual cities that they could potentially be living in.
Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. So is that like your plan on for 2023 and going forward to kind of implement that a little more into your
Yeah,
business?
we plan on doing probably like 2 city tours a month starting next month in May.
Wow. Okay. So when you do get these clients, and you know what? Wait. First of all, question for you: when you go to like your listing appointments, do you kind of implement like the social media in there at all? Like, what do you do when it comes to social media within listing appointments?
We only pull out the social media if we have to. So we are, and my business partner, Zach, is like the most humble person I know. He's an amazing human being, right? He's very humble. And I like to think of myself that way too. So if there's any hesitancy between what we can do for somebody versus other agents in the area, that's when we pull out the social media and we're like, hey, like, we didn't want to have to do this, but I feel like maybe this is necessary. This is something that we have to talk about. Just when there's like hesitancy with people listing their homes with us. But that we have a whole process of how we talk to people and how we run these conversations whenever we get a new lead. So the obvious choice is us, Ghost Your Home, right? For many, many reasons. But yeah, like we try not to pull out our phones during, listing appointments and showing off. I don't like to use those words, but we do sometimes we do discuss it, but basically we just tell people we're gonna market the heck out of it and they're not gonna get this marketing with any other realtor or any other team in the entire Metroplex with the ability of, the reach that we get with our Instagram. Like my most liked video has 120,000 likes on it on Instagram. And then his is 110,000, 120,000 likes on his most liked video too. So our reach is insane. We have, like I said, I have people commenting from Canada. I've had people commenting from Africa. I've had people commenting like from like the craziest places all over the world are seeing our videos. So yeah, the obvious choice is always us, but we don't really like to pull it out unless we really have to.
Wow.
But we just
Okay.
tell them that our marketing is next level for sure. We can do so many other things that there's so many, not just with Instagram, there's so many people out there who have the tools and the resources. They don't know how to use them to promote listings and to get more people on the door. But we have those tools and resources, thankfully, for our broker. He's taught us everything to be able to, use and get maximum exposure.
Wow. So if you guys don't know, I actually met Laura in like a group when we were all practicing. I remember you sent me an email of the listing presentation and you told me if you study this, you'll kill it. I remember.
Yeah. And then we've completely changed up our business. This is what I use anytime I talk to people. Like, Roger, if I just got on a virus consultation call with you right now, like, you would be so shocked. Like,
Really?
I would get you to tell me your entire life story and you wouldn't even realize that you did it until we got off the phone. You'd be like, holy, what did I just tell this woman? Like, oh my God.
Really?
We implement the same thing every single time without fail, no exceptions. It's called Conversion 8, y'all. If you want to learn it, call me. I got you. If you're a realtor in the area, you want to learn how to do this, call me. I got you.
Wow. Wow.
It's phenomenal. It's conversion rate has completely changed our business. It's phenomenal. And we implement it on listing appointments, buyers consultations, all that good stuff. Because everybody can usually just any normal agent will call you and be like, hey, how many bedrooms and bathrooms do you want? And we're like, hey, tell us your life story. I want to hear about you and your life. Yeah, so it's different. It's definitely a lot different.
Okay. Just now though, before you were talking about how some realtors they have the tools, but they don't really like use it. Maybe I know how to use it, but you have the tools and you use it. Do you think that realtors are kind of missing out on the social media like stuff?
Yes. Yes. And I think a lot of people are just scared, right? Because you're you don't know what you don't know, right? And that was kind of like what happened with Zach and I. Like his Instagram just blew up and he's like, what the heck? Like, what is going on here? Like until you do it and until you're consistent with it, you won't know what it can bring. For us, social media, Instagram, YouTube, and I know YouTube's going to pay us back a lot better than Instagram is, but with Instagram, it's completely changed our lives. Like I'm not even like, how can an app on my phone change my life, change my income? What the hell? Like for it's like just like it blows your mind, right? So I think a lot of people are scared. A lot of people don't realize that you have to be consistent. I don't know if you've ever seen that meme of the guy chiseling at the rock and he's almost to the diamond, right? And then he turns around. Social media is like for a lot of realtors, a lot of realtors. Let me see if I can find that meme. Hold on. Hold on. Give me like 2 seconds. I should really have this pulled up on my phone at all times. I need to save it.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I love that meme myself. That's one of the things that keep me going. I'm like, I can't give up. I don't know how far. I don't know when's the next opportunity. I can't.
Yes. That's exactly what it is. I can't find it, but it's like this giant rock and this guy's chiseling at it. And then on the other side, you have a diamond, right? So you're so close to getting to that diamond and you're being consistent for 30, 60, 90 days posting on Instagram and you're not seeing it pay off. You're not seeing it pay off. So you turn around because you got scared. And now you're like, well, you're anxious because you've been working hard, you've been putting in all the time, and it's just not working, right? And I think a lot of people don't realize that you have to keep pushing. Like there's somebody that we added to our team and she's growing her Instagram right now. And I'm like, you are right here. You are so close to having that blow up too. And I'm like, girl, when you get that blow up, what are you gonna do? Because you're gonna be very stressed out because you already have 40 buyers that I've given to you. They know what are you gonna do whenever your IG blows up? Everybody else that we add to our team now, like it's just a domino effect, right? It's just insane. So it's people get scared. People don't realize that you have to be consistent, and people don't realize that it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So I think just people don't realize the power of social media, and owning your own business is very, very hard. And I don't post the bad days. I don't post when shit hits the fan. I don't post that stuff, right? I only post the good things and the sunshine and rainbows. But there's so many days that I'm like, oh my God, can I please just lay in bed and cry? Like,
That was me yesterday.
or you're always you're always just trying to find solutions when something goes wrong in a transaction. And it's not easy owning your own business because you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to be the one to wake up every day at 6, 7 a.m. and run your business the way that the business needs to be run, right? To make sure if I slept until 10, 11, 12 every day, my business would go down in flames. Not lying to you. Not lying to you. Like, I have to be up. I have to hold myself accountable every day. And even the days that you don't want to, you still have to. And it takes 30 minutes to edit a video, post a video, do whatever. But like I said, be consistent. Pick one thing that you want to do and focus heavy on that because it's going to pay off for sure. But yeah.
Okay, so if as there's a new realtor watching this and they're like, okay, you know what? Laura's been going crazy. I see the house tours. She's telling me she gets like a lot of leads. but how do I get started? Like, what would you recommend them? They're just now starting their Instagram. What would you recommend they do and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to do, like I said, pick one thing. If you want to focus on for sale by owners, if you want to focus on expireds, this is for real estate, right? If you want to focus on going out and filming home tours and posting them, get you a gimbal. It's called a gimbal. It stabilizes your phone. It holds your phone up, and because I'm shaky, I'll be like, let's say I don't even film my own videos anymore. I have, obviously Zach does everything, but get you a gimbal and then download an app. It's called Splice or InShot, and that helps you edit videos. It's phenomenal. Both apps are really, really good. I think you have to pay for both of them annually or something, but they're both really, really good apps for editing and just post every single day. And make sure you're posting a little bit of information about what you're posting, like pricing and stuff like that, because people like to see that in location. But just do it every single day. Like we have one filming day a week. We go on every Tuesday from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. and we film all day. We're all day out there filming. And we try to film 5, 6 houses every Tuesday. And that way you have content for the whole week. And then you can even recycle some videos. Like there's so many different ways that you can do it. But yeah, we only have to go out and film one day a week. That's it, every Tuesday. And it's a non-negotiable day for us. We're not scheduling anything else on that day. That is the day that we're filming every single Tuesday. Nothing changes. We know every Tuesday we're going to be seeing each other. We're going to be seeing each other. We're going to be filming. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. I mean, that's a good idea to just choose one day out of the week and then just get all the content in there, and then you're good for like until the next Tuesday.
Yeah. And that's what I tell all of my real estate friends. I'm like, yo, like that's so easy. Like my real estate friends, like that I have like in other states and stuff like that, like they always contact me and they're like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, yo, we just take one day a week. This is nothing. It's so easy to do. Like just take one day, schedule out tons of home tours, go film, and then you have content for the rest of the week. It's like I said, there's no excuse.
Wow. 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 All right, Laura, thank you so much for coming. Like, where can people find you? Like, if they want to stay tuned in, maybe learn a little bit more about you.
Yeah, so my Instagram, I don't know where you want to add it. My Instagram is just at Lora Karacic, my first and last name, LoraKaracic. And then we are also on YouTube too. So I don't know if you want to link that, Roger, or whatever you want to do that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where you can find me. Instagram and YouTube.
Cool. All right. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna ask you for the link to your YouTube after. Wow, awesome. A lot of value. This was great. Thank you so much, Laura. That was good.
Oh, absolutely. And thank you so much for having me, Roger. If anybody has any questions, if you want to get into real estate, if you're in Texas, if you're looking to purchase a home in Texas, call us, me and my team. We're going to get you guys taken care of. Super excited to meet everybody too.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much,
Awesome.
Laura.
All right. Thanks, Roger. We'll chat soon.
Yep. Bye.
All right, bye.